Hello guys, and welcome to part 4 of the wire harness. So today we'll start putting back everything onto the engine and taping all these wires up and see what we can do with the wire mounts on the car. I did some things off camera, like this bracket here to hold this box in place, and also I put one bracket on this side for the ignition. As you can see, it will start go from here, and I will try to tape this up together and make it a little bit shorter, and then maybe put something here that can hold it in place, like this. And I already pushed this some wires underneath here, and it's going up to the generator or alternator, as you call it, and then to the temperature gauge here. So yeah, this is what I did, and you can have a look and see what you think, and maybe you do the same, maybe not, but this one should go underneath this starter, but I could not fit it through without taking this bolt out, and I did not want to do that right now, so it will go over like this into the knock sensors here, one here and one there, and to the engine like this. I will also use the original plus wire to the battery, so it goes like this down here onto the original mounts and down up in this one, then to the battery. I will take one of these old wire clips and try to get it something like this.
How do we get this low? You come over and we start a fight. Never know who's wrong or right. Feel nothing when you go. I know it's not intelligent, drinking for the hell of it, but that's irrelevant now. We should talk about us. How come we're holding on? 'Cause really I don't see the benefits now.
That looks pretty good. Now I have to do something on this side with all these loose wires. I will take this the small red wire, and take it to here. Now the red one goes from here all the way through here, and you can see it's this one. It goes up to these two red ones. And now for the starter remote cable, the one that are red and green, it's supposed to sit like this, and you need one of these to get it working, or you can use Volvo original parts.
When did we get this low? I try to hurt you just to feel something, get my heart beating again. I should probably let you go. I know I can be cynical, make everything difficult, but it would take a miracle now to fix the problems. How come we're holding on? 'Cause really I don't see the benefits now. And you're
This white wire here is supposed to be red. It goes to the fan relay, so it should be the color red, but somewhere on the way it's turned white, so this is supposed to go on here. So the main harness will be placed something like this, and the other stuff here will go up to the fan that's supposed to sit here. So we have to take this later. I can't do it right now, but we will come back to this. In the meantime, we start with taping up the harness over here.
but I was wrong. I never thought that maybe I needed a friend. You have always been there together till the end. I thought that
The harness will look something like this. It will have some something that holds it down later, but it will be like this, something like this. Maybe I put a clamp here to hold it in place there, and maybe one over here and hold it like this. Okay, now when we're done with everything down here, with the NOx sensor and everything, we can put back the manifold, the air intake here, so we can plug in the rest.
Make me smile when things are weighing me down. We will dance together till the sunrise. We always have a good time. Finding love and let in disaster. No such thing as happily ever after love and let in disaster. But now I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself, now it's just me. I'm gonna be free, be free. I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself, now it's just me. I'm gonna be free, be free. Free. I'm gonna But now I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself, now it's just me. I'm gonna be free, be free. I'm free. You show me that I don't need somebody. I only need myself.
Now when the intake's in place, do not forget the throttle position cable here. It's down here on the throttle. And also you have this idle control motor cable. I will do this later when I have my pipings here, so I will wait with this one for later. Now we have our injector cables here. Will go something like this. We'll see when we put it on. But down here we have, I think this is for the cam, and we have the cam here. We have to connect this to each other, and then we have this cable, I don't know what it's called, but it goes to the transmission, on top of the transmission, and it should go to this plug here that I put here. So these two are together, these two plugs, and the same for these two, and those two should go together with these two. But before we start with this, we will tape these cables together. And yeah, I forgot to mention this cable here. This goes to the mass airflow sensor. So we'll tape this together up here, and then we will extend it so it can go to the front of the engine.
Hope she really loves you, 'cause I swear you deserve everything. Wish that I knew that sooner. We got so.
Now when we have all the cables up here, we can start by connecting the pulse sensor that's on the transmission down here to this connector. This connector have a black and red wire and also a blue. As you can see, this is one comes from transmission, and then I will plug it in to here. Okay, so something like this. And here is the cam sensor. This one should connect to the cam sensor that's over here. So we have to take it something like this on the back side of the engine. So connect those two together. I forgot something when I connected this plug into the pulse sensor on the transmission. I had an automatic before, and now I have a manual transmission. So I have to change this side to this side. So I have to cut the wires and switch them up. You should only do this if you had an automatic before and converted it to a manual. Otherwise, keep it as it is. Now when I change the position of the red-black wire with the blue, I have connected this together, and I will put it down here. Something like that. So now it's time for the injectors. I greased this up a little bit so it's easy to push in. So yeah, let's go. Now it's time for the ICM. Like I showed in another video before, I put a bracket here so I can bolt the ICM to here. I have the plug that will fit on here, like this. And you have 3 cables. One that goes to the central electrical unit. It goes into the car. You just put it on a fuse. And then you have a black one that goes to the ground. And the ground cable you can connect to here. And then you have a yellow and white one. And the yellow and white one I will probably take... Yeah, I will go with it like this, up here, and all the way to the other side. And here we have the rest of the cable. So I will put it up like this. I have to extend it a little bit though. I will start with a yellow and white cable. The yellow cable is in place. It goes from the box all the way through here, and goes into here, into this harness. And now I will put it in like this. Now it's time for the black cable. I already prepared this one, and it goes on here. Like that. I will merge this black cable into the other harness later, but for now this will do. Now it's time to connect these two together. This cable should be blue and red, but I put on a yellow and green instead. But in the end it's still red and blue. This blue and red one will go from here all the way through here and through this firewall here. And then it will go to the fuse box. That was everything for today. Please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.